Should I rent or should I buy? Today, we're going to tackle that age old question, and I'm going to let you know 4 reasons it would make sense for you to actually rent. Stick around. You don't want to miss this one. It's coming up next. Hey everyone, it's Matt here once again with the Matt Allen Real Estate Team. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this video. If you're new to our station, please hit, smash, crush that subscribe button. It really helps me build my channel and get more information out to those of you that are looking for real estate related information, specifically here in Central Florida. It is a hot one today. It's 94. We're in the beginning of May right now. Going to be like 98 tomorrow, and it's super dry. So hopefully we'll get some rain here soon and things will cool down. Today's topic, and I know I say this a lot, but renting versus buying is a question we get in the industry all the time. And I specifically get it from friends and family. Is it a good time to buy? Should I just go ahead and rent, or should I continue to rent? Today, I'm actually going to take the other side. And I know what you're saying. A realtor is going to talk about the benefits of renting. And yes, I am. So in certain circumstances, renting might be useful for you. Without further delay, I'm going to get into 4 reasons why renting might be advantageous to you. Let's get into it. Number 1, moving to a new area. Specifically here in Central Florida, we have a huge influx of people moving into the area, and they really don't have any idea where they want to put down their roots and continue to live, and what areas they desire, what their lifestyle is like. And in that case, and I will give you a specific example, I have worked with a lot of 55 plus retirement age clientele that are moving down here. They want to live in a 55 plus community, but they have no idea whereabouts in Central Florida they want to live. And in that certain circumstance, specifically if you've never been to Central Florida, you could go 10 miles in one direction and have a completely different experience. So there may be reason to do more of a short-term rental, 3 to 7 month type thing, or 3 to 6 month type thing might work for you. You could even do 30 days in the vacation short-term rental realm. You could rent for a month. In some of the 55 plus communities, you could actually rent in those neighborhoods. I wouldn't recommend for you to rent for multiple years if buying is something that's on your radar, but in certain circumstances that may be something you want to do. So that's number 1. Now, number 2 might be the most important one. If buying a home is something you are serious about and it's something you want to aspire to, renting for a short period of time, again, 7 to 12 months, in order to save up a down payment to be applied towards your new home might make sense. And I always recommend in that certain situation that maybe rent less than you really need. In other words, you're going to sacrifice a little bit. This is the Dave Ramsey approach, I always say, where you're going to sacrifice things for a year in order to save up some money to be able to put down that down payment. Now, keep in mind, in Central Florida, there is down payment assistance programs. So if you're still short, those are programs you may want to explore. If you are a veteran or in a teacher, nurse, doctor, something like that, there are some specific programs just for you as well. But if you are trying to save up for that down payment, maybe taking a step back and renting one more year at a less than what you've been typically renting for, or less than you really need to save up that money, that makes sense. Now, temporary situations may be another reason you want to look towards the rental versus buying. Although in some temporary situations, with the market appreciating here in Central Florida the way it is, it could be a benefit to buy as well. But for this situation, I would say it makes most sense to do more of a rental type scenario, unless you are going to be turning that temporary into more of a long term. Let's say you're relocating for a job down here in Central Florida or anywhere, really, and it's a year long gig. Maybe it makes sense for you to go ahead and rent something. So any temporary situation that you might be in would call particularly for a rental in that case. Number 4 is what I call the lock and go lifestyle. I actually have a brother-in-law that lives by this lifestyle and refuses to buy anything because he wants to be able to stick the key into the door, lock it up, and leave and not have to worry about anything. He can go travel, he can go do outdoor sports or outdoor entertainment and not be bothered with the time-consuming things of home ownership. If you own a home, you know there's lawns that need to be mowed, there's pools that need to be cleaned, there's cleaning of the exterior of the home, things that some people just don't want to deal with. And sometimes I don't blame them. So, lifestyle is one reason you may want to look towards renting if you don't want to deal with repairs or roof replacements or HOA dues, things like that. That may be the way to go. And that's probably one of the biggest reasons why people rent versus buy. They just don't want the hassle of home ownership. Now, on the flip side, there are obviously some advantages to home ownership as well. The biggest one is a financial advantage. You're paying in towards a home that certainly someday you will own free and clear, we all hope. And there's some equity in there, and there's some capital increases in value. So, as a real estate broker, I would be remiss if I didn't notate that there are a ton of advantages to home ownership. And possibly my next few videos, I may do one on the advantages of home ownership if you're a renter and considering. Thank you for watching. If you have questions or have comments or disagree with me, I would love for you to drop them down below. Thank you so much, and we will see you on the next video. Hey, don't leave. If you found these videos interesting, you got to check these out over here. Click on that. This one. Yep.